I'm not the first person to do a video on Counter-Strike Condition Zero, and I'm not going to be the last person either, probably. And here we are. It's Counter-Strike Condition Zero. I'm not really sure what else to tell you. I hope it's not too inappropriate that I'm playing the one where you're the Russians. Considering the current global geopolitical situation, it's maybe a bit out of taste, but it's a video game from like 2004. It's fine.
Rebels have taken over the oil pipeline on the border of Turkmenistan. Workers at the facility have been taken captive.
His accent is
We're
so
going
bad.
in to eliminate any opposition and get the hostages out.
Oh yes, Comrade Yuri. We must extract the hostages. Comrade Orel is here to help. Anytime I encounter them, I'm just gonna give them the terrible Russian accent. Oh, we just die.
Let's go, comrade.
Oh no, we're fine. Okay. All right, we're just starting, I guess. Okay. I'm already tripping over my words. I've just started recording. This is beautiful.
I've got hostiles.
So the thing is that even though this is based on Counter-Strike, you know, it's obviously single player, but it's not like your other first-person shooters where it still is like pretty forgiving on the player. It's still Counter-Strike. It's just single player story mode Counter-Strike. What that means is that you're aiming, and you know the amount of ammo you get is not very forgiving. Like that. I'm already on 69 health. Okay. I feel like this video goes in the same sort of... Why are you guys holding back? Well, okay. Good. Let's go. Let's go. I feel like this is, though, sort of in the same vein as, like, Day of Defeat, which I made a video on recently, because it has that sort of same aesthetic of Gold Source games that I just love. Also, these AIs are not very smart because they're trying to shoot me through this glass. Alright. I think the pistol is actually more accurate overall. Yeah, it's way more controllable, but obviously does less damage. You know, they always say that it's faster to switch weapons than reload. I wonder how true that is. It probably is true. Maybe if it like wasn't true when the saying first became a thing, people like developers just started making it true. That's something I'd have to like look into. Now, since this is Counter-Strike and we have an AK-47, we do insta-kills pretty much with headshots, which is nice. I think that's pretty clear here. Is anything back here? No? No goodies? Okay. I guess we don't get anything neat back there. I'm being shot from behind, but I gotta place this thing. Alright, there we go. Oh, it's not that hard. Hello. Oh, whoa. There's ammo, body armor. And now I gotta blow this thing. You get these like remote mines and stuff, but you only get to use them at certain parts, which kinda stinks. I wanna throw mines at my enemies. That sounds like a lot of fun. What the? I totally shot that dude in the head. I guess he's just built different. These guys, not so much. Yikes. Okay. Getting hit bad. There we go. So since this is like a first-person shooter, there's probably gonna be a lot of it, like incessant clicking. I would not be surprised if you stopped watching this video just because you got sick of the clicking noises. I would totally understand. Alright, well, that worked, I guess. In some way. I got all this ammo here. Let's take that. Heal up. Whoa, okay. Whoa. You're also more accurate when you stand still and crouch. For anyone familiar with Counter-Strike, it really is just single-player story mode Counter-Strike. You know, it's really not like that unusual because that's all it is. It's CS 1.6, but with a single-player story mode. Oh Jesus! Oh no! Well, that oh yikes! Fun fact about the original Half-Life 1 engine, Gold Source, there isn't actually any physics in this engine. So all of the like physical things that you see had to be like animated. I mean, obviously that's like an effect, so they didn't have to like do that. Other things too, like water is just a solid block that has a water texture that then the game knows how to calculate as water. So it's a very primitive but functional way of making games. I can be shot at from someplace, but I don't know where. Here. Whew, alright. That worked. We got a different rifle now. Although we're allowed to use both. That's actually the one big departure from Counter-Strike. You don't, you aren't restricted to a main weapon and a side weapon. You can have as many weapons as you can hold, like it's Half-Life. I feel like this represents a really weird stage in the history of Valve, where like, they don't exactly know what they're trying to do with their games. You get this sort of, real sense of indecision sometimes with like the later Gold Source games right before Source was released. And I suppose that makes sense, you know. You have this very popular game engine, but you're about to make it completely outdated. It already is outdated. And so the question is sort of, what do you do with it at this point, you know? And they just said, well, we'll keep making games. And they did. And you know, it's respectable, but it's also like, guys, it's 2004. You know, this thing is like probably running on Windows XP, maybe Windows Vista if you're playing it in like 2006. I guess what I'm trying to say is like they really were struggling, I think, at this point for like an identity. I suppose I could be wrong, though. That's always possible. I'm usually wrong about a lot of things. Alright, we'll blow that up. Did I get both of them? I guess it did. Oh, that guy just got shot. Ah, rest in peace, him. I think you only get that body armor recharge once in the game. Oh, I can radio here? Radio can only use in a radio zone. I thought this was a radio zone. Oh well. See that guy just like teleport? Yeah, that's some of that, you know, Gold Source jank. It's unavoidable. Speaking of this game's identity crisis, I think that that's such a good way of describing it, because when you really think about this game, it's like, who's the target audience? Well, Counter-Strike fans. Okay. What do Counter-Strike fans like about Counter-Strike? Well, I'm sure you could go down a whole list of things, but one of the most important factors... Oh, hold on. One of the most important factors, I'd say, though, is the fact that it's multiplayer. You know? It's a competitive shooter game. Yeah, let's go. It's a competitive first-person shooter game. And I feel like Counter-Strike Condition Zero, it's just a single-player experience. And if you're me, you like it. I think Counter-Strike Condition Zero was fun. I think people, it didn't deserve the panning that it got at the time. But it's also totally understandable why people didn't like it at the time. It's designed for a group of people that wanted a multiplayer shooter game and not basically a single-player version of their favorite multiplayer shooter game. But I guess that's just my 2 cents on the whole thing. Thank you for watching, if you watched the whole mission. I am on the verge of sneezing, so I'm going to finish this recording very, very quickly.